thing that we're thinking about for 2025 is this project of Better 2025. And the idea is that, and we all know this, we go on this over and over and over again about the volatile, uncertain, complicated, and ambiguous world. And some of you know that Jerry and I wrote a book called S&T Happens, How We Can Survive and Thrive in the VUCA world. And so adaptability equals agility plus resilience. We use this formula and we set that in an even broader context of this thing called open that we talk about a lot as our world, our word, our umbrella word for embracing all these ideas of humanistics and systems and adaptability that get thrown around when you talk about modern ways of working. And we extend that to open work, open management, open leadership, and give it its own logo and everything as well. We're not really going to talk about open today. We can say briefly that it's open as in transparent, open as in inclusive, and open as in free ways of working. And we've written about it a lot in a book. And we've got a Teal GPT, a LLM that has read everything we ever wrote. And so you can talk to Om and Om will answer any questions about open because Om knows all our books. But the objective of it all is better results, better lives, better society. So demonstrating better productivity, better, good old-fashioned business numbers, but at the same time, higher morale, better employee engagement, better lives for those at work, and finally, a more ethical company that contributes more positively to the society around it. The thinking is that 2025 looks to be shaping up to be a bit of a rough year globally. And, there could be some pretty heavy headwinds to trying to talk about some of these things like freedom at work and humanistics and so on. And there's some fairly negative vibes around the planet. And so this has triggered this rethink and this idea that even if things get a little tough in the next few years, we can be better than what's going on around us. And we can hang on to the principles that we hold dear during this time when they might be a little challenged. And so we've got this concept of the islands of light that each organization by organization, we can create an organization that hangs on to the more positive, modern, progressive principles of work and provides a place of safety for those ideas, a place to preserve those ideas and a beacon for the organizations around. If you track humanity, the arc is positive over the centuries, right? Humanity goes forward. Things are getting better all the time, but it's kind of two steps forward and one back. My feeling is that right now we're moving into one back. With that context in mind, the organizations that hang on to some of the more enlightened principles of work can function as an island of light. They can preserve these ideas and provide a beacon. There are organizations already that are islands of light all around the world. Corporate rebels are really good at chronicling all these organizations, and they actually interviewed 4 of our clients in Vietnam and have written up one of them so far. Amongst their bucket list of 40 or 50 organizations, 4 of them are our clients. And then, Lao Lu in the seminal book, Reinventing Organizations, he talked about some, and Hamill and Zanini talk about a whole bunch more in the Humanocracy book. And there's all these books out there now that talk about these progressive organizations. And we have a big list of them on our website of all the case studies and examples that we've found of organizations that are doing this stuff. And then we're doing it. Teal Unicorn are doing it, mostly in Vietnam. So there's a whole bunch of our clients who are classic case studies of applying these open ways of working and the extraordinary results we get out of them. Came across this quote the other day that I really love. It's during the American War in Vietnam, a reporter asked A.J. Must, a pacifist, "Do you really think you're going to change the policies of this country by standing out here alone at night in front of the White House with a candle?" And he replied, "Oh, I don't do this to change the country. I do this so the country won't change me." That's kind of the reasoning here, that we're holding the candle, holding the light to hang in there for a while. It's very easy to get despondent and see Trump elected and Putin invade Ukraine and the UK swinging to the right and France swinging to the right and Canada now swinging to all these things going on, and thinking if you're trying to advance these progressive ideas, it's very easy to get despondent and give up. And so what we're trying to do with Better 2025 is to be more positive about it and say we can't change the world and we can't stop what's happening. There's a damn thing we can do about it other than let it play itself out. What we can do is this idea of holding the candle, of being an island of light. We can look inwards and think local and try not to think global for a while. I'm certainly going to. What we, Teal Unicorn, will do will be try and find and support open thinking apex executives who see it the same way, who would like to form islands of light within the gathering storm, and so then support and help them to create and maintain those organizations that are willing to be beacons and refuges for these ideas, and to send the light out to give hope and succor to people who are feeling a bit more despondent about the whole thing. At this time of year, that kind of means New Year resolutions, right? And so I made my New Year's resolutions to advance this project, to finally get the Open Executive and its sequel out the door. This book has been in preparation for 2 years now. And there is a sequel already in preparation to it because a whole bunch of stuff got pulled out of that book. And then I will support any Apex execs who try and join in with this thinking. And a lot of that will be pro bono, just trying to promote these ideas. What we call all of our clients and our ex-clients and our alumni and our colleagues and our followers and everyone, we call them the Teal Tribe. I want to do more this year in networking that, because it will form an important support network for people who are trying to weather 2025. And I'll try and stay out of politics and think local. But I'm going to try, for the sake of my own mental health and focus this year, to not do that. So that's how far I've got so far. This is Teal Unicorn's pivot to cope with what's happening and to rethink how we're going to do our work. I'm really interested in views from those who watch the video. Are we on the money with the way to deal with 2025? And how do we spread these ideas if it is a good idea?